Hey guys, it's Lily. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another object mash in The Sims 4. Object mashing is kind of my own term, and I feel that it appropriately describes what we're going to be doing in this tutorial, which is taking a whole bunch of different objects from different expansion packs and combining them in sort of unique ways to create completely new looks for your Sims houses. Last time we did an object mashing tutorial, I did a kitchen and it was really dark and moody and modern, and I thought that we'd take that exact same style but apply it to a master suite. So there is a bedroom, there is an ensuite, a bit of a walk-in robe vibe, and a little study nook as well in this sort of object mash. So there's something for everyone. It is in that style so that if you want to build off the kitchen and actually continue creating this modern house, you can do that. So without any further ado guys, grab a coffee, grab a drink, get comfy, maybe a snack, open The Sims, and let's get to building. Okay, sweet. So we're in our game now, and I've just built out what we're going to be actually building today, so you can have a look before we start and we can refer back to it as a bit of a reference. But we've got this super modern build here, this nice master suite. So we've got the bedroom on this end with a nice walk-in robe and a study nook, and then obviously it leads into this really modern bathroom. I'll show you in camera mode so you get the experience sort of at the right perspective. Alright, so I do have the roof turned off just to make it super easy when I want to be able to show you guys stuff that I'm building in here. So yours will have a roof, of course, but this one doesn't for now, so don't wig out about that. But here's our bedroom. So it's on a platform. We've got, you walk in, okay? You walk in through the front door, and this is what you see. So you've got straight in front of you, you've got this beautiful little study area desk. And on this side here, you have your bed. So this is down a platform, so you have to actually walk down into your bed, which is quite nice. From the other end, looking this way, pretty self-explanatory. That door straight ahead is the door that goes into our bathroom. And if I go around this way, that's our walk-in robe. So that is a wardrobe. It is functional as well. So we've got a mirrored wall at the end there, which gives the illusion that our room is a lot bigger and a lot longer than it is. And it's separating our bedroom part from the wardrobe part with this really cool sort of ivy covered wall. All right. So that's really it in here. So that's what we're going to be building for the bedroom. And if we come through to the ensuite, we've got a really nice modern ensuite too. So more of that marble tone that we've pulled through from the kitchen here. And we've got lots of black features and fittings, black toilet, black marble floor, which you might think is a bit different for a bathroom, but I think it makes it look sleek. Then we've got a walk-in shower. So I love doing walk-in showers for my Sims. So that's actually created using some windows. So we're going to be covering that today. Walk-in shower here, double shower on either side. And then you walk down the platform. Let me just turn around. You walk down that platform and you've got that sunken bath that looks out over the backyard or whatever when we decide what we're going to build out there. So that's what we're building. Let's actually start building it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is build out the shape of our room, or our shell as such, and we're going to start with our ensuite, which is long and skinny. So it's 3 tiles by 7 tiles. Bang, cool. And then we're going to add in our bedroom, which is 7 tiles long or tall by 5 tiles across, okay? Nice. And I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to remove the roof just so that you guys can see what's happening a little bit better. But you don't need to do that. Don't worry about that. So our build uses a lot of platforms, okay? And what we're going to do is put our different levels in first because we want to make sure we've got a perfect floor plan to do our building off. This is the platform tool here. But the thing is with platforms is once you draw them on, it will put your platform up and it's going to delete all your walls. And it's really annoying. It really bothers me that they still haven't fixed this glitch yet. So instead of just building platforms directly onto our build, what we're going to do is use the fence tool. So if you go into fences and get any low fence, if you've got base game, then you'll have this smooth keeper one here. Otherwise, I'm just going to use hazard tape, which is the cheapest and the lowest to the ground. We're going to click on place fences by drawing instead of the default is with this replace fences where it just changes different areas of your wall, which is annoying. And I don't know if anyone really uses that very often, but I find that super unhelpful. So we're going to place fences by drawing tool, and we're going to draw out the different areas for our platforms. We will start in the bathroom. So you can notice over here we have a lowered section where our bath sits, okay? So we need to create those steps down into that area for our Sims. Sims can only travel down platforms if they're one step high. So you need to make sure you're not creating these big holes without steps for your Sims to get into that lower level. So what we need to do is create the section for the lower level bath by drawing the first rectangle here, and we need to create where the step's going to go. Okay, I'll put my grid on for you, sorry. So you can see here that we've gone 2 in from the edge, which is actually in line with the wall of the bedroom, and we've created our first section and we've created the step. Now we're able to lower those levels of flooring. If you go back and press the H button, which is your just hand tool, and you click on an area, see how it's going to select each individual area that you've zoned using that fencing. That's exactly what we want. So the first thing we're going to do is lower the area for the bath, which is 2 steps down. So we're going to go the down lower platform button, 1, 2. Perfect. Then we're going to need to create our step down. So we're going to lower this just once. Okay, I'm going to turn my grid off. You can see now, if I go on a side angle, that we've created that step effect. So your Sims can walk down onto this one single step here and then down once more into the bath area. That's what we need it to look like. Then what you can do with this fencing is simply remove it. So you get your fence tool again. If you hold down Control on your keyboard and you draw over the fence line again, it's going to get rid of it. Same goes for walls as well. So that's looking great in the bathroom. And we need to do the same thing in our bedroom, because you'll notice in our bedroom over here, the bed section is lower down on a platform as well. So if we're looking here, 2 across from the wall at the top is where our platform needs to lower from. We're going to draw down until we get to 2 from the end. Okay? Then we're just going to join the dot. So we have a 3 by 5 rectangle here drawn out with our fencing. And again, we need to put our step down. So we're going to do one simple line here across as well. You're going to press H on your keyboard again, and we're going to lower the platforms. So we're going to go 2 for the bedroom section, 1, 2, and we're going to make that step again with just 1. Beautiful. Turn off my grid, and if I show you, we've got our lowered section here where they can step down. Okay? We need to remove those fences. So now we have our floor plan all ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is put in our windows and our doors. The first door we're going to place is the one that goes into the bedroom. I like building without the grid, which is probably not helpful to you guys. So hopefully I keep remembering to put it back on. So if we're looking top down, you can see in this section here, which is at floor level, normal level height, we've got 2 tiles. We're going to place it on the right hand side. Then we're going to create the doorway to our bathroom. If we just turn it around, from our left edge, we're going to move in 2 positions. Okay, so that's what that should look like for you there as well. Then we've got our windows. I like to use in my modern builds really big glass windows, and of course we're using black because that's the vibe for the rest of the room. First we're going to place in this window here next to the door, which is just 1 tile wide. Because I've already built it out, I'm just going to eyedropper it, but it is this one here that comes with Eco Lifestyle. If not, there are some base game ones that do look very similar. Over here, these guys, they come with base game as well. So you're going to choose whatever window you like. I'm going to go with this one, place it in next to it there. Then we're going to place in our big versions, which are the exact same window, they're just wider. And we're going to do 1 here, 1 from the end, and 1 directly above where our bed's going to go. We're also going to place this window right next to where our bath is, so people can sit and look out from the bath. So that one goes there. And that's all the windows we're going to place for now. I do have a couple that we will place at the end, but we need our other objects in there to make sure we're putting them in the right location. So that's all you need for now. The next thing we're going to build out is our 2 shower screens, which are these ones here. They are windows. Okay, and because we've put our cheat codes in at the very beginning, what we're going to be able to do is create a wall, put a window in, and then delete the wall, which leaves us with this shower screen. So if we head back over here, you're going to do 2 walls, 1 tile in from the door. Okay, 1 and 2 on the other side. So you've got a gap that leads through the middle, and you've got your 2 windows here. Then you're going to get your single tile big window, the same one that's next to the front door into the bedroom, and you're going to place them on those walls. Then what we're going to do is delete the wall. So make sure it's highlighting the wall and not the window, the wall, and you're going to delete the wall on both sides. And that's how we've got our shower screens. Cool. Next thing we're going to do is our floors and our wallpapers, because then we're going to have everything ready to go with our build objects. So the first type of floor that we have is the bedroom floor, and I've gone for this black hardwood flooring. It comes with base game, so you should be able to use it as well. And we're going to place that in the bedroom. I like to make sure that my floor tiles are facing the right direction, or a certain direction. There is no right direction, I suppose. I like to have mine travel in from the door. So if you do want to turn yours around, you can use the two sort of side arrow keys on your keyboard. These keys also move all of your objects and help rotate them if you're not using your mouse. So I'll show you. You can turn it this way or that way. I might have to zoom in a bit. This way or that way. See how it switches? I like mine going this direction, and so I'm just going to fill the bedroom. Lovely. For the bathroom, I'm going with a modern concrete look. So I've chosen the not so drab slab, and I've chosen it in the darkest color. So I don't know if that's the default that it comes with. It probably comes with gray. So just make sure you're clicking on not so drab slab and changing it to that dark color, and we're just going to fill up the entire bathroom. You can fill up large spaces by holding down Shift. So for the wallpaper in the bathroom, I'll show you one that's lit in the sun. I've got these really big, large black format tiles. They do come with Spa Day. So if you don't have that expansion pack, just have a look for something else that's nice and dark. Then in the bedroom, we've got two different type of wallpapers. So you don't always have to use the same wallpaper in the whole room. You can sort of create feature walls. So I've got this black brick, really large brick pattern as well. This does come with City Living. So I'm going to use that on this edge of my wall, the wall that looks out in this big picture window next to the bed. So I'm going to drag that across. And I have that same wallpaper on the other wall. So the two long sides of the room, we're going to cover with that wallpaper. Then on the two shorter sides of the bedroom walls, we've got this slat, this like wooden slat look. Okay, so we're going to place that in next. Cool. We've got a bit of a gap in our bathroom, so we'll just fix that up. Okay, so just a few more little things to do before we can actually start our object mashing. The first thing to do is make our platforms blend in a little bit more, because at the moment they're very pale and they stand out like a sore thumb. That said, if you want to leave them like this for a bit of a feature look, like you like that concrete look, that's great. If you want to change it to anything else, what you can do is you can press B, which will take you to all of your wall tools. If you go to the very bottom of that, it has platform trims. So if you click on that, you'll have a whole bunch of different options here. And what I want to do is keep it the same look, which is that concrete, but make it darker. So the way I'm going to do that is go and click on firmament platform, this one here, and I'm going to change it to the darkest color gray. See how when I hover over it, it changes the two colors? So I'm just going to click that and fill my platforms so that they change the right color. And I'm going to do the same exact one here in the bathroom where the bath is. Nice. The last thing to build out is going to be this feature wall with our ivy, okay? So what we're going to do is a very similar technique to how we placed our shower screens, where we build a wall, we place all of our stuff on it, and then we delete the wall. So we're back over at our empty shell, and we're going to draw a wall along this side of the bedroom, okay? So straight down the middle, don't worry about wallpaper, you don't need to. Then we're going to go into the buy menu, okay? We're going to go into decorations, wall decorations, and we're going to find this guy here. This one does again come with Eco Lifestyle, so if you don't have this expansion pack, you might have to see if you can do this. I'm not really sure, I haven't had a look on what is available for base game, but there's a chance you might not be able to do this step. You will be able to use Ivy though if you have Eco Lifestyle or University. What we're going to do is we're going to choose this long, skinny wall hanging feature, okay? We're also going to change it to black so it looks a bit nicer, and we're just going to hold down the Shift key so we get multiple objects and place it along that wall, all right? While we're at it, we're also going to place it along the back wall as a bit of a feature for 3 tiles, okay? So you should have it here at the back and here along this main wall. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to find ivy. So we actually go back into the build menu for this, and we go to this funny little wall sculpture thing here, okay? This little shelf underneath the window, and this is where it's going to bring up all of the trimmings that you can put on the outside or the facade of your house, things like ivy. And we're going to choose Ye Old University ivy here, and we're going to place that along this wall. We do want to make sure we're alternating in size for this piece of ivy so it looks a little bit more realistic than if all of it's just one size. So you're going to hold down the Shift key and you're going to place a couple of big ones just at random intervals. Okay, then you're going to have that same piece of ivy and you're going to use the down or the first bracket key to size that down. You're going to pop it on there. Again, at random intervals, just sort of helping to connect these pieces a little bit more. Nice. Then I'm going to go even smaller, so 2 brackets down to create almost like a filler ivy, because the smaller it gets, the more sort of dense it looks. Don't forget you also have the Alt key. If you hold the Alt key, you have a lot more movement available to you as to where this object can be placed. See how if I haven't got it held, it just snaps onto different points on the wall? If you hold the Alt key, you can place it anywhere. So that's looking pretty good now, and what we're going to do is get rid of our wall. So if you go to the back end of it, so you can't see the ivy anymore, and you press K, K I think of as kill object, it comes up with our sledgehammer, and you can highlight the walls that you want to delete and just click on them and it gets rid of them, and it leaves our little ivy wall left over. So as you can see, we've got the guts of our room sorted, we've got everything ready to go, which is very exciting. And I think what we might do is start with the bathroom. Okay, so as I was editing, I realized that the video was getting super long, so I've decided to cut it into 2 parts. In part 2, we're going to cover all of the furnishings and all the objects for both the ensuite and the bedroom. So if you're looking for that next, it's already live. I'll see you over there. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up, consider subscribing, pop a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.